Hello everyone, we're going to make a simple Unity 2D ragdoll today that you'll be able to take and customize to your liking in your own projects. I'm going to show you how I used it so you can have an idea on what to expect from the tutorial. This is just my usage of one of my other games. Okay, so this is kind of what it's going to look like. Kind of flops around a lot. It's cool. It's a fun little thing. If you know, ragdolls are always fun. This one has like a little bit added to make it ready for this game, but that's what you're going to end up with. So, let's create a new Unity project. We can call it ragdoll tutorial. If I didn't already make that. Select 2D. Okay. So, call it whatever you like then. Okay, so ragdoll tutorial. So first thing we're going to do is drag those sprites into the project, and I'll provide these for you. It's just a head, which is a black circle, a limb, which is a slightly thin black rectangle, and the torso, which is a slightly thicker black rectangle, and then the head I gave some transparency to as well. But it was an MS Paint thing, so I'm not too good at art. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is add a platform here, and I'm just going to reuse the limb. We'll call it platform though. Give it a rotation 90 and then just expand it out a little bit. And that's just going to help us test our ragdoll later. We'll also add a box collider 2D to it. And I'm a compulsive saver, so... okay, so now that we got that, come up to Game Object, click Create Empty, and this will be our ragdoll. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the camera just so that we can see things better here. Okay, so in our ragdoll, we want to put the head up there, put the torso up there, and then put one limb up there, and then you can just press Control D a couple of times and to get the rest of the limbs. So that's going to be our head, torso, and then these will be our left arms or left arm, right arm, left leg, right leg. So we'll add that just so it's easier to find things later. Alrighty. So first thing we're going to do here is just kind of organize the sprites into not a blob, something that looks more normal. So I've got some values that look good with these. This will just help us see left leg, right leg. So yeah, it's going to be like this, but in the actual connected, like, it'll be close. So the head we're going to put at minus 0.8, 0.40. I'm going to have to move my platform over. And these are just values that work well with these sprites. So you can do, if you're using different sprites, you can just set it how it makes sense. But I will provide these for you. Left arm's going to be minus 1.47, minus 0.10, and then we're also going to give that a rotation of 90 degrees. So he's going to be kind of in like a T fashion. Right arm, we're going to give that rotation to as well, and we're going to put that at minus 0.13, minus 0.10. Left leg, we are going to put at minus 0.89, minus 1.30, and right leg, we're going to put at minus 0.71, minus 1.30. Okay, so we kind of got our ragdoll here. and that's just the first step. Things aren't connected yet, and it doesn't have any rigid bodies or anything, so we're going to add those real quick. Let's do circle collider 2D for the head, as well as a rigid body 2D. Then for the torso through everything else, we can do this all at once. So I shift selected them, and we're going to add box collider 2D and rigid body 2D. Okay, so at this point, we can kind of see what's going to happen with our player. So I'm going to turn on the camera again, and something happens. He turns into a spider or something. So we got to add our joints. So this part's where it gets a little bit tedious, but it's still pretty quick. So we're gonna stick with hinge joint 2D today. So I'm going to click on the head and then click Add Component, Hinge Joint 2D. And we are going to, first thing first, is add the connected rigid body. So that's torso. So we just drag that from over here to there. And then we're going to tell it where we want it to rotate around. So we don't want the head rotating around the center of the torso. We want it rotating around like it's a neck here. So we're going to do that. You can see the other thing is kind of hidden under there, so I just like to drag it to the side so I can actually grab it. Well, almost actually grab it. Then drag it down here. And then the last thing to do with that is we're going to set some limits so that the head doesn't just like rotate around here. I promise it looks really weird. So we're going to click Use Limits, and we're going to set 0 to 20. You can kind of test or mess around with that and see what makes sense for your project. This seems alright for my purposes. Okay, so then we're going to come down here and do the same thing for the left arm. Hinge joint 2D, connect it to the torso, use the limits. For the arms, we're going to set minus 90 to 90, and then we're going to drag that there and move this one out of the way a little bit, and then drag that back up there. Right arm, hinge joint, connect the torso to it, minus 90 to 90, use limits, set it in the middle there, get this other one out of the way, however that works. Boom. Okay, so now the head and the two arms are connected, and you can kind of see where they're going to be able to rotate. This looks weird, but I promise it works pretty well. Okay, so left leg, add component, hinge joint, drag the torso onto the connected rigid body. And the reason we do that is because otherwise it would be connected to world space and all these things would just hang here, and then the torso would be trapped between all the limbs. And yes, I've done that too, and it's annoying. So I've forgotten to add the connected rigid body. So for the left leg, we're just gonna do 0 to 359 here. I'm not really sure that you have to do use limits. I don't know if I've tried it without. So it's probably better if you don't have to not set that. So you might want to try that out if you're looking for some better performance or something. But move this up to here. And the legs, I think it's just fun to have it be able to go anywhere. Obviously, if you want to limit those, that's fine as well. Come on, there we go. Move that up here. Okay, so we got the torso. And again, I'm just doing this because I haven't tested without it. So, okay, so now at this point we should have joints on all the limbs connected to the torso. So I'm just double checking all that. And we should have everything's got rigid bodies and colliders. Alright, so at this point, let's try it out. Boom, it's connected. Alright, so if we take this here, give this some more room, we can kind of like grab the ragdoll and move it around and say, ah, get back. Shit, okay. Alright. So let's try, you can grab it by like the left arm, that'll like make something interesting happen, right? So I guess I'm grabbing it by the shoulder. So that's basically what you need to get started here.